In the year 3319 of the Second Age, the last King of Númenor, Ar-Pharazôn, sailed with many of our ancestors to make war on the false gods in Valinor. Our kinsmen were struck down, and our home of Númenor was cast beneath the waves. The cowardly faithful under leadership of Amandil and his son Eärendil managed to escape to Middle-earth to set up the pretender kingdoms of Gondor and Arnor. Far in the south, however, the old colonies of Númenor remained, and bonded together. The Ar-Adûnâim, the King's men, loyal to our liege Ar-Pharazôn, and united in hatred against the faithful Dúnedain and the great betrayer Sauron, who all left our people to die. We have spent many years in hiding, preparing for an all-out invasion of Middle-earth. With the kingdom of Arnor already fallen and the kingdom of Gondor severely weakened, the time has come to muster our forces and lay claim to Middle-earth. Under the command of Gimilkhad, an heir to Queen Beruthiel, and his two sons, an army worthy of the Golden One himself stands ready to start our conquest. None know of our coming, and so we can act as we wish to. 4 chief foes await us. The Elves are nothing more but pawns of the false gods, and will resist us at all costs. The dwarves care only for their greed, and will seek to deny us tribute. They must be crushed under our heel. The great betrayer Sauron skulks in Mordor, the land of shadow, and must be brought to justice for his treason against our people. And finally, the heirs of the faithful remain in the lands of Gondor and Old Arnor. It is not too late for them to join us, and fulfill their destiny as proud Númenorians. If they resist, however, they will die. The time has come to restore the glory of Númenor, and show the Valar what we are truly capable of. Hello my friends, and welcome once more to a brand spanking new campaign in 3rd Age Total War Divide and Conquer. And as you can tell from the title, thumbnail and intro, we are indeed going to play as the Ar-Adûnâim, the King's Men of Númenor. Because, if we take a look at the poll, the Ar-Adûnâim were indeed in first place, comfortably beating the Northern Dúnedain, Haradrim, the Dwarves of Erebor and the Elves of the Woodland Realm. Now I do want to give a massive thanks to everyone for voting. More than 1,600 people voted, making it our biggest poll yet, despite being the poll with the shortest time span. If this video could reach the same amount of likes, that would be absolutely amazing, and the YouTube algorithm would definitely agree. Now this is usually the part where I start talking about our house rules, in order to make the campaign a little bit more difficult. However, for the Ar-Adûnâim, the difficulty of the campaign largely depends on the starting location, so I will not be including any extra house rules besides the Palantir rule, but I will make sure that our starting location is quite interesting. I have played as the Ar-Adûnâim in the past, you can find it on YouTube, and there we went for a start at Mythland, something my friend the Argonaut is also doing right now. Fret not, this campaign will not be a repeat of my previous series. We will not be landing in Mythland, and the Ar-Adûnâim have undergone a lot of changes since we last played them in version 3. We will be playing a short campaign, but the only difference between a short campaign and a long campaign is the amount of territories needed to achieve victory. 45 territories is already a lot, and 60 territories just seems like too much. If we're having too much fun, however, we can always continue after hitting 45 regions. Alright, with that said, it's time we jump in the game and find out where we will start our conquest of Middle-earth. Alright, and here we are. Welcome to Divide and Conquer yet again. We're not gonna read through this because I know all these things, of course. No, I don't, but who cares? We're just gonna jump in. And there we go. The game is telling me, go to Umbar. That's where you want to start. And we're going to say, screw you game, we're not going to Umbar, because the Umbar start is lame. It's boring. It's too easy. But the game is very much telling me to take Umbar and Ardumir. And here we have the intro screen for the Ar-Adûnâim. Now if you watch the intro, most of this will seem familiar to you, so we'll just scroll through it slowly. In case you want to read through it, just pause whatever you want, and you can read through. That's quite a bit longer than the intro was, but if I had to make a video for this entire wall of text, that would take me way too long. And this video is already coming out a little bit later than expected, because shortly after releasing the poll video, I actually got sick. And I'm still a little bit sick today, which is why I might sound a little bit different and why I have a hard time saying stuff. At least I have an excuse this time. And also, I have recorded the first episode before, and I forgot to record my voice, so this is the second time I'll be doing the first episode, which is just annoying. I recorded for like an hour and a half or something, because I had to edit out some stuff. And then I just realized I didn't press record for my voice, so that's just absolutely smashing. But here we are anyway. Alright, sorry about that. My voice is just having a hard time. Maybe I shouldn't be recording at this point in time, but hey, I'm too hyped to start. I don't want to postpone it any longer. Anyway, we're playing as the Ar-Adûnâim, and of course the most interesting thing about the Ar-Adûnâim is our start. And spoiler alert, we're not going to Angmar. We are going someplace else. I'm just quickly toggle on, or toggle off actually, the Fog of War, just to showcase my plan for today. And most of you should be worried now, because usually when I have a plan, when I have a grand strategy, that usually backfires tremendously. My original plan was to take the ships and sail all the way up to Eärendil and take Minas Tirith first. I did some testing. It does work. You can take Minas Tirith first relatively easily, but the problems start arising afterwards. Gondor gets a massive doom stack, their strongest doom stack, with Citadel Guards, Ithilien Rangers, Gondor Infantry, all heavily armoured and all just, you know, completely buff. Very tricky. Still, you're able to defeat that army with some luck and spending a lot of your own forces, a lot of casualties. But then you're kind of done. You can't really expand towards Osgiliath because you get another doom stack, which you can't take down. You can't expand to Eärendil because they get another doom stack you can't take down. Potentially you could move to Calenhad, but like there's so many forces just attacking you relentlessly at that point that it just becomes too difficult. So the Minas Tirith start, technically possible, but it would just be too much of a grind. Very, very difficult. And Minas Tirith alone is just not enough of an economic powerhouse on its own, that is, to start the conquest of Middle-earth. So we're going to start somewhere slightly different, but I still want to start with Gondorian type settlements, because they of course give us Gondorian type units as well as Gondorian cavalry. Now, which faction in this area of the map is very well known for their cavalry? It's not Rohan. It could be Rohan, but it's not Rohan. It is indeed Dol Amroth, and that is where we will be starting our conquest. We will start the campaign by taking 3 vital settlements: Dol Amroth, Methrast, which is a castle, and Goboltopholis, which is an island, which makes it relatively easy to defend, and it's also a good place for us to get some trade routes going, and just, you know, it's all around a good place to start multiple attacks from in this side. So that's my plan. Take those 3 settlements, and then expand from there, probably starting with the western side of Gondor. Settlements like Kirithiar, Tharagrondos, Anyalond, Londgal, just take the entire Anfalas Bay, really. So that's what we are going to do now, and we're going to start by taking these 3 settlements, because 3 settlements is pretty much the most you can take with your starting army. And also you want to take as many settlements at once as you possibly can, because right now we pay very little in army upkeep, but we have a decent King's Purse. If you take a look at our actual upkeep, it is much higher, 260, 280, you know, multiply that by 20, it's closer to like 6k-ish. So that's why it's reduced now. We're actually gaining money, gaining quite a bit of money, and that will only go up further. And that's why we want to take 3 settlements at once, because at that time we get the maximum upkeep. We want to make sure that we have a somewhat decent income. So I'm going to spend the next couple turns moving my fleet up north, and I will report back to you once I have either something to report or once we reach Dol Amroth. So I'll see you there, lads. Alright, and we have reached Goboltopholis, and there we go. We actually get a mission in exchange for some coins, which is nice, because those missions we can actually do. Last time, in my previous recording, which, you know, I forgot to record my voice, I always got missions for units. You will be rewarded with a military unit or something like that. But we can't actually get them because we don't have any settlements yet, so we'd always just, like, bug out. But for coins, that's actually pretty nice, and I don't mind talking to Dol Amroth in order to get some coins. Let's talk to a fort. Now, we don't want an alliance, obviously, and we can't really do anything, but what we can do is give him 10 gold coins, and that actually counts as a diplomatic... Oh, we need to give them a little bit more. They don't even want 10 coins. I guess it's not worth the effort for them. 100 coins, but we get 750. Are you kidding me? Alright, I'll just try it again next time. They rejected because they rejected my previous offer as well, which is some annoying thing the AI does. When they reject one offer, they're more likely to reject the second offer. Okay, now one thing that you might be worried about when we do this invasion is, of course, that Dol Amroth can get a doomstack as well when you have, or when they have less than 3 settlements. But worry not, because in that turn 1 auto expansion, Dol Amroth claims Ethelond, they claim Linhir, and I'm pretty sure we can check that, because this is the Riverlands, and this is the Strait of the Anduin, which is also in their control. They get Tiridaros as well, so they have 3 extra settlements, Tiridaros, Linhir, and Ethelond. So they will not get their doomstack when we take Goboltopholis, Methrast, and Dol Amroth. Now we're going to start off by taking Goboltopholis. There is a very small garrison here. Baragund doesn't have Royal Swan Knights. He has Seaboard Spearmen, so we don't have too much to worry about. They're pretty good defending units, so we are going to drop off Gimilthon, who has a custom bodyguard of Baruthiel's Watch, our top tier crossbow unit. He only needs a couple units to take care of that force. So Gimilthon will get a unit of footmen, a unit of halberdiers, and a unit of archers. And that's all he needs. And we'll plop back on a boat, and we'll get off at Methrast. I do want to get my spy over there as quickly as possible. But for now, we will park ourselves on the bridge there. Methrast has 3 units at the moment. We can't check Dol Amroth just yet, but we will be able to soon. Or actually, I can already do that by moving my fleet. So Dol Amroth has a couple more units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they also get a bunch of defenders if we decide to attack Dol Amroth, which is the main reason we're not going to attack Dol Amroth, because they also get ballista towers. It's just not great. So that's why in the first episode you'll mostly see us sieging out settlements, just because it's not worth it to throw away so many units, especially because these are all the units we start with. We're not going to get any other units anytime soon, because it takes a while to get recruiting. So we need to be very careful with our starting army. So I'll be very conservative in the beginning, but don't worry, once we have our position set up, you're going to see plenty of siege battles and plenty of epic big fights. Anyway, I'll see you all back on turn number 6, where we can soon start our full-on attack on Dol Amroth, depending on how we move, of course. Alright. Okie dokie, let's take a look. Gobbletophalos is right there. Did he move out units? I think he... Yeah, he definitely moved out. I think he moved out 1 unit. So where did they go? Ah, they're over there. Captain Eärendil. Okay, that's actually a relatively quote-unquote big force. Let's just check again at Methras, just to make sure everyone's in the settlement there. Okay, so there's only 3 lads in that settlement, and it's really nothing impressive. Some archers, some cavalry militia, and some coastal wardens. So we can besiege that one without having too much to worry about. So let's take Gimilzor. Let's give him 1 unit of archers, some halberdiers, let's give him 2 units of archers, and another unit of halberdiers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then this army, the beefy army, can move to Dol Amroth. I don't think we can besiege Dol Amroth in 1 turn, sadly. So we'll have to spend an extra turn just taking him down. Because Dol Amroth holds out for 10 turns, Gobbletophalos holds out for 10 turns as well, although I don't mind besieging Gobbletophalos because it doesn't get ballista towers. And Methrast holds out for 5 turns. Now, why do I know these things? That is because, of course, I've played through it before and I forgot to record my voice. I'm going to keep pointing that out because I'm an absolute idiot and I deserve it. So, let's see. I think we'll start by attacking this guy. Oh, yes. Things are already going different, by the way, than last time, just so you know. We didn't have this guy fighting. Captain Eärendil, he has Emerothian Squires 2 units. That's decently scary, I must say. Some Mariners who aren't bad, don't get me wrong, they're actually pretty good. 8, 5, 16 defense, pretty high. With 180 range, that's higher than our archers, who have, I can't check, but I think 170. But we do overwhelm the enemy with our numbers. So let's save on these multiple saves, and let us start our conquest, our first battle against Dol Amroth. Here we are. Let's start by taking a look at our units, even though I already showcased them a little bit in the intro. These are the Naru Royal Guard. They are a custom bodyguard, just so you know, because the actual default bodyguard is the Naru Household Guard. They're pretty similar units. They look pretty similar as well, have pretty similar stats, but this one's just all-round bigger. Then we have the Nardua Whips, or the Weeaboos. They're a hybrid archer, looking very Roman-inspired. Very good unit. They have 6 missile attack, 190 meters range, which is higher than the Nimrodal Mariners, and all round 6 melee attack, 16 defense. Pretty good stats. Our regular bowmen have 3 missile attack, which isn't crazy high, but it's alright, it's good enough. 8 defense, 3 melee attack. That's not horrible for a early tier archer unit. Then our standard footman unit, our standard spear unit, 4 attack, 14 defense. Decent stats. And then we have our halberdiers. We're one of the few factions that have like a default halberdier line with 4 attack, but of course halberdiers have the OP animation, so that's roughly 8 attack, 10 defense, but of course most importantly armor piercing. So we're just gonna, I think, set up a defensive line. Archers in the front to try and whittle down their cavalry as soon as they charge for us. Then halberdiers behind to catch up or catch any cavalry decides to charge for us after all. And then have our OP infantry. Let's see, our OP infantry on the left and right side respectively. We are attacking. We've pushed them back towards the sea. Oh, look at that. That's a nice sight. But our weeaboos are already in range. There we go. I need to remember their names. Ar-Adûnâim and Ar-Gimilkhad. I think all VOP units have Ar-Adûnâim. Yeah. So the first tier, or the weakest tier, are pirate units, which we currently don't have. Those are the Azrazair. Then we have the Rosedan tier, and then the Ar-Adûnâim. Then we have the Naru units. We have the Royal Guard, Household Guard, and the Knights, which you can only get in very specific locations, or maybe even only in Númenor. I'm not quite sure of that. They're basically our only cavalry unit that we can get without conscripting other factions, which is why I really want to take down Gondor and Dol Amroth as quickly as possible to get their cavalry. And then we of course have the Baratheon Watch unit like that, some like spin-off units. Pharazôn's Faithful, that's also a pike unit that we can get later on. Alright, let's start by whittling them down. We do have the hill advantage, and their archers are a little bit further in the back. They've got some Amrothian guardsmen, which that does seem to be the captain. Or actually no, that's just the lieutenant. Look at the swan on their helmet, looks pretty nice. We have some squires over here, and some more squires over here. That's probably the general then, seeing as he's so out of position. I'm actually not sure. No, he's not. Oh, it's these guys. So this guy is the general right there. Alright, so let's see. They're pushing for us. They've already lost 6%. Look at that. But our archers are very, very good indeed. Let's fight on the Nimrodom Mariners. They're going in wide formation, which I'm not sure if that's actually all that useful against archers. It's mostly useful against calf chargers, surprisingly enough. But yeah, to be honest, I'm not too scared of the Dol Amroth infantry. I'm mostly scared of their cavalry. But if I can send like my Royal Guard against the Amrothian squires, they're absolutely toast. There's nothing they can do against that. Losing more weeaboos than I would like. Such is the way of life. Let's pull back the archers already, because if they get calf charged, they're toast. Let's get another Tariq there as well. And look at Gimilkhad. What an absolute legend. He looks so damn cool. I do like the changes they've done to the Ar-Adûnâim, because those of you who have been with the channel for a long time will know that we have done an Ar-Adûnâim campaign before, but that was back in version 3, and we also went for a Mithlond start there, so it's quite a bit different than what we're doing right now. Cavalry's charging in, let's pull back. But the faction has changed quite a bit, and also based on your starting location, the game's just a completely different experience. So that's why I wasn't quite, well, surprised or disappointed that Dol Amroth won the poll, despite having already played them. First of all, it was more than a year ago, and second of all, it was back in version 3, when they didn't have their Greco-Roman units, and just, they were all round a lot different. And I must say, I quite like the changes. They definitely look more like proud Númenorians, like, I wouldn't say black Númenorians per se, they don't look that like corrupt or evil. Oh, these guys are on guard mode, that's a mistake. Damn general's always starting on guard mode. But they just look cool. And sometimes that's all you need, you know? Alright, if they don't want to charge me, I'll charge you, you know? I have no qualms against that. Alright. What are you? Are you still trying to go for my archers? Because that's mildly annoying, buddy. And with mildly, I mean very annoying. But if you're just going to run into my halberds, I would... Right, set up defensive, lower your halberds! That was horrible, that one guy went flying. That was a pretty good charge on them. Props. Alright, weeaboos, if you can fight in their rear. Bowmen, if you can fight on the Mariners, that'd be nice. Alright, they are dropping now. Let's do the Númenorian war cry. I'll go over the special abilities in a bit. I'll show them, because I can't show what they do right now. But basically, they lower enemy combat effectiveness, increase our own, and they also have chance of stunning the enemy. Which is pretty good. Oh, they're dropping. We need to make sure we hit that 85% threshold, because otherwise they'll retreat to Dol Amroth, which would make the ensuing siege a little bit more difficult. At this rate it's looking alright. 77, these guys are fighting to the death, which I happily embrace. But yeah, that's the main problem we have as the Ar-Adûnâim. We have very good archers, crossbows as well. We have some of the best infantry in the game, especially as a human. But what we lack is cavalry. We don't really have any cavalry of our own, with the exception, of course, of the Naru Royal Knights. But they're very hard to come by. So the only cavalry, or mid-tier cavalry we can get our hands on is through consolidating other realms and conscripting their forces, like Gondor Cavalry Militia, like Emerothian Squires. And they do also get, of course, the Dol Amroth treatment, getting the black and gold and red and gold armor, or red and black armor, which just makes them stand out and look impressive. Alright, let's get rid of them. Archers, stop fighting because you're killing our friends. Continue onwards. Although these guys are probably surprisingly fast. But I think we have reached the magic threshold. Sorry about that. Still a little bit sick, as you can tell probably. But I really just wanted to get this episode out there. I mean, I couldn't wait any longer. I was so excited. I also got a lot of people asking, where's the first video? When will you announce who won the poll? People just couldn't be patient at all. But then again, I understand. But there we go. Probably, if you're keeping track of kill-death ratios again, that's a pretty good start. About a kill-death ratio of 5 there. And the most kills by the Narduo whip. Look at that. 138. That's very, very good. Alright, good start. Alright, let's execute them. It's simple, you know. If you don't want to join me, you die. You fall in the ocean. Bloop. There you go. Alright, so next turn we can start our triple siege. They might still push out a couple units, we'll see, but that will only make the ensuing sieges a little bit easier. Might be able to block them as well, we'll see. Yeah, okay, I'll see you all back on turn number 7. Alright, and one thing I forgot to do, despite your economy already booming, is of course the quest. Let's see if Dol Amroth is interested in accepting my gift. They might not be seeing that we're at war now. Yeah, see, if I did the 10 first and they refuse it, and then 100, they also refuse that. But if we start with 100, they will accept it. So we spend 100, but we gain 750. We also want to give gifts to Gondor at some points, because we don't want Gondor to declare war on us just yet. We just really want to take care. Ah, you just had to move out there, did you? That's mighty annoying. Are you a night fighter? You are a night fighter. Okay. Oh, it doesn't matter though. Also, he just got a random ballista. Look at that. So is he bordering? That's the question. Yeah, he is bordering it. Hey, that's mighty annoying. I mean, it's okay. Gobbletoffel is not that annoying of a settlement because that's one of the few settlements, or actually one of the only of the 3, that I don't mind doing a siege battle for. So let's start with besieging Mithrast. What I also want to do is take these forts in a little bit. We will do that. We want to make sure that these guys, the forces from Luin here, Mistfen and friends, don't come over. We'll see, they might. Let's just check there's no forces already coming over. Okay, good. And then let's besiege Dol Amroth as well. Now, I could potentially further split up this force and try to take Ethelond as well, but I think that's not really worth the risk. And Ethelond is just a ruin, you know, it's an old elven city, it has 3 buildings. I know the garrison is tiny, but I don't know. I think it would anger Gondor a lot more, and we really don't want to anger Gondor just yet. Soon, but not yet. So this guy, I hope he goes back to Gobbletoffel. Maybe he attacks me, we'll see. But out of all the 3 regions, I'm happy it's this guy that's acting annoying and not the other ones. Yeah, okay, I think that's all for this turn. Don't think there's anything else we can do. Our economy is booming. You know, every time we're not doing anything, we're actually gaining money because our King's Purse is so high. That will go lower throughout the campaign as soon as we start taking settlements. I think the King's Purse goes on a timer and it just reduces turn after turn. But for now, we're looking pretty healthy, and we should be able to take Dol Amroth and all its territories, not all its territories, but most of its territories by turn 17. Alright, I'll see you back in a couple turns. Alright, and here we are at turn 8. I was going to say that I'll see you back on a couple turns, but I do want to give you guys some quick updates, just so you know that I'm not cheating or anything of the sort. Their armies are still rather passive. They're not sending out any forces to lift the siege. Maybe they're a bit scared of us. They're just a bit struck by what happens all of a sudden. Now, I know there is a way to attack this army without lording out Baragund, and that is if I send out one force to besiege the settlement. But I have to move around because it's like full of zone of control and all that kind of BS. So potentially, I think what I'll do is... This is a force with javelins, coastal wardens, Gondor militia, who do look like Dol Amrothian units, which look pretty damn nice, and a ballista, which... I just don't want to get Gimilkhad like randomly shot by a ballista. That would be seriously upsetting. So I think I will get the archers to besiege Gobbletoffel, just to keep the enemy busy, and then attack Captain Timbrethil with the remaining army. Shouldn't be too difficult. Then those guys are wiped out. We can have this army join the siege at Gobeltofelis. And then all 3 regions are pretty much locked. They can't train any units. And they're basically stuck unless they get reinforcements over, which normally they shouldn't do. Alright, let's save again and let us take care of Captain Timbrethil. Alright, here we are. So the main caveat of this battle, just don't get Gimilthon shot by a ballista. That's all I need to do and I'll win. Why the hell are you with that? Okay, lad. Damn ballista. I kind of wish ballista crews would like take on the outfits of their faction. These guys look so out of place right now. I think if we get a ballista crew, they will look the exact same. I think all humans have like the exact same ballista crew. All dwarves have the exact same ballista crew. All elves, all orcs. But among those factions, they all look the same, which is a bit of a shame. That ballista could do a lot of damage. That's the first time I've seen them build a ballista. Last time they didn't do that. Which is interesting. I didn't know they had a ballista maker actually on Gobeltofelis. We don't want to occupy all the territories. We don't want to sack or exterminate anything. Because we need money badly. We start out very, very poor. I mean, we start out rich because we don't cost anything. But as soon as we start taking settlements, we're going to hemorrhage money. So we need to make our first investments very, very wisely. Alright, so you guys fight on the Gondor militia. Because they have 10 defense, which is decently high. Is he going to try to fire? Because then I would go to wide formation. Doesn't seem he's firing just yet. Still aiming, I think. We are in range of the Gondor militia. If he turns that ballista to fire on me, he'll definitely hit some of his own units as well. Which is always a nice bonus. There is Gimilthon. He still has a bow. I think that's just a remnant from when the Baruthiel Watch was actually the Baruthiel Rangers and they were an archer unit. But now they're a crossbow unit. At first I didn't like that change, but I've grown to live with it. I think they're a pretty cool unit. Now that ballista's just not doing anything. We're going to start firing on these units, and our crossbows deal so much damage. And we also have the shorter reload animation, where we just reload in front. Whereas, for example, the dwarves, they like to turn around and then reload, which I think is a longer animation, so we actually have a quicker fire rate. Alright, they're running in, which is not horrible. If he wants to go, Gondor Militia versus Rosadan Halberdiers should favor us. Especially with crossbows also firing in their backs. Severely weakening them. And if our footmen can then shut down the wardens, they're going to get, I think, 1 volley off. Oof, that hurts. These guys do pretty good damage. 6 missile attack is not bad at all. Alright then. We'll just attack him in the rear. Gimilthon. Maybe go in melee, because their guy's going to shred you. If we do Númenorian Warcry and then go in melee, we should do good damage. Alright, let's make sure we kill enough of these lads. No one's riding up Pony, man. There we go, we have 1, but we've only killed 64%, which is not enough. So we want to make sure we run them down, or at least shoot them down. I don't think we'll get 85, but that's okay. They can't retreat to Gobeltofelis, because we are, of course, besieging it. We should be able to still get a lot of kills with our crossbows. Every volley is like a couple kills. We have good range as well. Let's see, 180, which is pretty good for a crossbow, I must say. But 73% is sadly not enough, and I don't think we can catch them. These guys are surprisingly fast. And again, we don't have cavalry. But still a pretty good result. 126 by the Baruthiel's Watch. Nice. Alright, let's execute these fools. Yeah, they're just gonna, like, stand over there. Which is mildly annoying. That's okay. I actually found a bit of a bug in the previous time I was playing. At some point I besieged Gobeltofelis in this situation where I was besieging it with 1 force and then with this guy as well. And then this guy, Baragund, attacked this army, and I pressed withdraw. This guy withdrew, just walked away, and then Gimilthon just died. For some reason, he just passed out. So we're not going to do that. That's why I'm not besieging Gobeltofelis, because then he'll just randomly die. We don't want a repeat of that. That was pretty damn silly. I think it's a bug. I'm not sure, though. Alright, things are relatively calm here. Mistvan. Where is Adrahil? Or, no wait. Imrahil. Adrahil's the faction leader. Imrahil, where's Imrahil? Because he's the real scary one. Adrahil's actually less scary in my opinion. And he might just give up and not fight back. Let's give Gondor a gift. Wait, what? Is he gonna, like, deny that as well? Come on, dude. I'm gifting you because I want to increase our relations. Good. Alright, I think that's all for this turn, and I'll be seeing you all back in a couple turns. I will just skip ahead because there's probably not going to be too interesting to watch. So I'll get back to you either when something interesting happens or when we siege them out in 9 turns. Oh, and won't you look at that? The bug happened again, despite me not besieging it with Gimilkhad. So I think the problem is if I besiege it with this guy, I should have lifted the siege with that guy. I will reload the save because I'm pretty sure it's a bug. Like, Gimilkhad just disappeared. Didn't walk anywhere, didn't fight. I withdrew, that's why this guy is, you know, 1 tile further north. He just vanished. Poof! He's just gone. He's like, I've had enough. I'm going back to Númenor, even though it doesn't exist anymore. He doesn't care. So I will reload. I'll have to do that battle again, I'm afraid. But I'll just quickly do that off camera, just to get rid of it. And then just make sure I'm not besieging the settlement at all. It's really weird. I think the game thinks he can't retreat anywhere, even though he can. But I think the game incorrectly thinks he can't. And that's why he disappears, but I just don't quite understand. Yeah, died a noble death in battle. That's absolutely not the case. He didn't even fight. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what the hell is up with that. But yeah, I don't mind saves coming in that situation. So I'll be back in a couple turns. Alright, so I'm back a couple turns later because right now we're going to try to take down the remnants of Captain Arven's stack. I did do the battle again quickly with slightly worse results, but we did heal a lot of our units as well. So it's alright, you know, for the most part. Let's siege that again. I was to like break the siege, siege again, lift the siege, break it again, you know. Constantly over and over again, which is fine. At least the troops at Luin here are still completely passive, which makes it rather easy on us. As soon as Dol Amroth is on 5 turns, so what I'll do is actually lift the siege, pop him in the fort, lift the siege again, there we go, another siege. Because this one is only 5 turns, so we need to like do it back and forth a little bit. Okay, there we go. Make sure we also take the fort, because if at some point, you never know, we get a ceasefire with Dol Amroth, then we cannot take those forts again without declaring war. So we want to make sure we have the forts in our territories once we have them. But first things first, let us get rid of Captain Arven, or what remains of his army. This will be a pretty easy battle, but I will include it in the video as well. So I'll see you on the battlefield in just a moment. Alright, no fancy strategies for this one. Just run in there and kill them. Last time, the main difference between the first time we did the one battle and the second time is that they used their ballista, and they're using it again now. I'm not quite sure why they didn't use it the first time. Maybe they're just a bit shy. That's okay. Sometimes I'm shy as well. Alright, just run in there. Gotta make sure... Oh yeah, there we go. We destroy the army this time, because I'm tired of chasing these guys around the damn island. Kill them all! Let Ar-Pharazôn sort them out. Okay, you are so annoying. He just like runs through my units to go harass Gimilkhad. Don't do that. Gimilkhad is a prince, you know. Don't just go annoy him. Those guys are running again. We need cavalry so badly. Having no cavalry is like the most annoying situation ever. We've only killed 40% so far and already like running. Maybe I shouldn't have used the Wrath of Númenor, the Númenorian Warcry. Because they're just gonna keep annoying us like this. I can't catch up to him. Maybe a couple here and there? No, I don't think we got anyone. So that's only 64. Oh my god. Shoot him! Maybe, just maybe. Because sometimes they do get rid of a small army like this if it's just like too small to do anything useful. We'll see though, we'll see. We need cavalry or war dogs or something like that. That would be pretty damn handy. But there we go. Another pretty good result. 1269. That's the funny number. 37 by the battlefield watch is by far the most. Yeah, decent result, but I'm just not sure if those units are dead. Nope, they're still alive. Oh my god. Alright, you know what? I'm just going to auto-resolve it. Please. Please, be gone. Oh my god, he's still alive with it. Oh my... That's so annoying. Oh well, it doesn't really matter all that much, to be honest. That guy's not going to do anything, like, spectacular. Just need to make sure I lift the siege, because otherwise we're going to get more BS. Alright, but yeah, I will just continue like this. So far, they just haven't pushed from Luin here. Gondor is not doing anything just yet, so it's just a matter of waiting out the siege of Dol Amroth. At the same time, I'm also trying to donate some cash to Gondor every turn, just to get them on our side a little bit. Because our relations are poor, we want to get them up a little bit. We do have the cash for it. Oh, that was also a mission. Oh yeah, right. For the military unit, which doesn't work because we cannot recruit any units because we don't have any settlements just yet. So yeah, there we go. That's that for now. So yeah, I'll just see you back in a couple turns, as this is nothing too exciting to look at. Alright, that's a nice way to start off turn number 13 with an extra 2k gold coins. Now I did clean up this army, just a quick auto resolve, you know, the 11 ballista weren't going to make too much of a difference. Now we're just besieging Gobeltopolis. They are sending over Amandir, and just Amandir alone with his Royal Swan Guard. Although I'm not quite sure where he's going to, if he's really pulling back. They have a big army here, but they've just not budged since the beginning, which is good, because if they would move, we'd be in serious trouble, which is not good. So yeah, Dilemma's still on the turn, still under siege, 4 more turns. Methrest as well, I made sure to sync them up. And Gobeltopolis is 9 turns, but we can take Gobeltopolis in the battle, so we can also take that at the same time as well. So all in all, pretty good stuff so far. I don't think there's anything else to report. We are just still trying to get good relations with Gondor as well. I hope you guys don't mind. I don't want to say a favor, but I think it's better for the video that I edit out these like turns when nothing is happening. If you guys disagree and you're like, no, we want to watch every single turn, do let me know, then I can take it into account. But for now, there's nothing else to report, so I'll see you all back in a couple turns. Alright my friends, and as Moria is under siege, this is also the last turn of our sieges. One more turn here, one more turn here, so if we press the end turn, either they have to sally out, or just accept their loss. And then we'll take Gobeltopolis in the next turn. I could take Gobeltopolis now. Actually, maybe I should. Because Gobeltopolis, depending on which region you take first, that becomes your capital. But I know from my previous attempt at recording that Gobeltopolis had some, quote-unquote, public order issues. But I'm not sure. I kind of want Dol Amroth to be my capital, of course. It might be Mithras, depending on which one goes first. Although I have a feeling, because Amandir is like stationed right outside it, he might try to attack us. And then these guys would come in as reinforcements, which we would win handsomely, don't worry about that. And it would be nice to also take down an extra family member. It's something interesting to think about. First and foremost, let's give some more money, because we're not at reasonable relations, which is pretty good. Makes it less likely for them to declare war on us, which is exactly what we want. And I will press the end turn. Very interesting to see what happens. I have a gut feeling that he will attack me. In my previous recording, which of course is gone because I forgot to record my microphone, they just didn't do anything, and Adriel just accepted his death, didn't even sally out, just died, which would be marvelous if he does that again. That would save me a lot of my troops. But I think Amandir's gonna attack me. Let's find out. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. They didn't do anything. Both Methrast, which fell first, unfortunately, and Dol Amroth have just fallen to us. Which, that's just perfect. That is so easy. Because now I can also just go attack Amandir. Take him down. That's another family member to bite the dust, you know. And they don't have that many family members. I'm pretty sure we've already killed 2. New seat of power, and that will be Methrast, right? Yep, that's our capital. So I do want to change it to Dol Amroth, or we'll first take Gobeltopolis and then see if we maybe want to put it at Gobeltopolis. But there we go, we have started our expansion. Our conquest of Middle-earth has officially begun because we have taken our first settlements, Dol Amroth and Methrast. And right now you'll see that we're hemorrhaging money because we do pay the full upkeep now. Which is exactly why I wanted to take multiple settlements in one go. So let's also take Gobeltopolis. Oh crap, I forgot to build a ram, which is stupid because you don't actually need a ram. And for some reason it takes 2 turns to build a ram. Maybe I can do it with a ladder, so we'll actually waste an extra turn, which is unfortunate. Let's take down Amandir. Those Royal Swan Guard are nothing to scoff at. 11 attack, 14 charge, and 32 defense. We do have Nara Royal Guard, which can take it down relatively easily, and we also have Halberdiers, and some Narduba Whip. So let's take him down. He's gonna run. But there's no running from the glory of Númenor, the true Númenorians, that is. An officer of Dol Amroth, a family member as well, and they don't have all that many. So let's take him down. Our first battle against some Royal Swan Guard. Now this is an interesting map. I mean, it kind of favors me, I would think. Doesn't seem like a great cavalry map. So we mostly want to use our Nara Royal Guard to kill them. Now let's go take a look at our very cool looking, I must say, actually kind of favors the AI, because they have like a massive slope. The very cool looking Royal Swan Knights. And before you ask, no, unfortunately we cannot train these guys as part of our conscription. I checked, I double checked, I triple checked, and it would be awesome to also have them in the Ar-Adûnâim color scheme, but unfortunately that is not a thing. If any of you are watching this and can mod the game and include that for me, I would be so damn happy. It would be absolutely broken and borderline just OP, but it would be a lot of fun. It would look epic as well. Would be cool as like a very late tier reward or something. I don't know. A man can dream, right? Alright, let's just slowly push onwards. I'm surprised he's not just charging me. It's not like he has that many options. We can maybe squeeze him into a slightly worse... I love how there's a road here. Like, and it just ends there. Like, this is where the road ends. Figure it out on your own. It goes all the way over there. Towards the city of Dol Amroth. Which is now ours. Ours! That is where we shall start our conquest of Númenor. Should probably rename it to something. I'm not sure if I want to do too much renaming. Because it kind of fits the theme, right? Oh, why? Why are you running? You were in range before and now you're suddenly not. Makes no sense. Shoot them if you can. Luckily the AI is incapable of using Royal Swan Guard. If this was a human player, besides Galu probably, they might just be able to win if they would like first charge the Royal Guard right on Ar-Gimilkhad. Kill him, although these guys will probably never rout though. Yeah, okay, no, never mind. I don't think even a human player could win. Sorry, Galu, that stab was uncalled. Okay, he's charging in. Massive props, but you're gonna die. We're gonna lose a lot of our halberdiers. Make no mistake. But he's stuck against not another Royal Guard, who just absolutely demolished them. Look at that. They are skilled against mounts, of course. Very skilled at that. Look at that. They're just dropping. Just make sure that Amandil himself dies. But I think he will. I don't think he will rout. Although they are shaken, probably because of our Númenorian Warcry. Maybe I'm using it too often. It's actually screwing me over. That is a possibility. Where are you going? Are you actually running away? No, he's just gearing up for another charge. Look at these 5 Chads. The Myrmidons of Númenor. They'll just die like little bitches. Not the best idea. If you can kill one unit, I'll be very impressed. Don't tell me he's getting out. Ah, he's gonna just run away, isn't he? Please, I need to kill... I don't care about any of the other knights, but that guy needs to die. That rhymes. So it must become true. Come on, kill him. Die. Stab that fancy family member. That's actually pretty damn good, killing another family member, eh? We didn't achieve that last time. So already it's looking better. Except for my screw up at Gobble Toffles not building any siege equipment. So not so good for the statistics, but the Royal Swan Guard, what do you want? They're like the best cavalry unit in the game. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that result though. Amandir is dead. There we go, enemy camp sacked. More like enemy family tree sacked. Let's go back into Lamroth to keep the peace. And let's start building some shit. Alright, what do we have? We have a fortress, which does allow us to train Azrazair units with only a 5% culture requirement. That's pretty damn low. And Azrazair units are actually not that bad. 4 attack, 5 defense, you know, not horrible. These guys, 2 missile attack, but there's 177 of them. It's not horrible for like a pirate tier unit. Yeah, pretty good stuff. We also have the Tirithire, of course, which just allows us to build the diplomat, the sea guard, or the sea ward. Very nice. It's now ours. If there are any Númenorians still out there, they can now see our beacon and join our conquest. Okie dokie, Master Mason's Hall, that's pretty good. Mines, they're not that great. The Dark Sanctuary does sound good on paper to get the culture increase bonus, but I think what we want to get first is a conscription camp. Because we don't actually need any culture to train these conscripted units, and we can already get access to cavalry, which is just going to make everything so much easier. Because running without cavalry is just annoying. I'm not sure how I ever did that Mythlon start with no cavalry, it's just like painful. It does decrease happiness by a lot, but happiness can never go in the negative. So we don't have any happiness right now, there's nothing to deduct. We do have 45 law bonus, which will disappear, or at least be decreased by 30%, which is a lot. But Maybe I should get the Dark Sanctuary first. No, you know what? Let's get the conscription camp first in Dol Amroth, but let's get the Sanctuary in Methras. I think that's a good idea. And then Goltofos will take that next turn. Let's just give Gondor some extra money. Just don't declare war on me. Let's be friends. Yes, Hanion, you look like you're like 14 years old. Which is great, because you are stupid enough to think you have good intentions. They're like, hello, my fellow Númenorians. I'm like, oh yeah, praise the Valar and all that. They're my best friends. We are already hemorrhaging money. We need to do something about that. We will soon. I guess I can park some units in a fort. Actually, wouldn't be a bad idea. Would at least save me some cash. I don't want to take that fort because that might trigger that stack to attack. I could try to take Athalond as well, but I think I should wait for my family tree to expand a little bit, which, something I haven't mentioned yet, will happen relatively soon, because not alone do we have 2 sons, we also have 2 daughters who are of childbearing age and marriage age. So they'll probably get some marriage proposals relatively soon. They will spawn, the new generals that is, will spawn with Gimilkhad, and then we can push them to take Athalond perhaps. Would be a nice little extra. Although, no, I don't think I should, because that would give them the Doom stack, right? Yeah. Maybe if they took Barad-Han. Yeah, okay, no, don't take Athalond. Bad idea. Don't take it. I think we just need to chill in our 3 settlements. Oh, these guys are unhappy. Crap. Let's move back 1 unit. There we go, that's good enough. At least that stabilizes our economy. Yeah, that's good, that's good. Alright, well, I'll be seeing you all back on turn number 18 then. Oh, and there we go. As predicted almost, we have Nimruzimir, who wants a piece of that Inzelbeth ass, which I can't really blame him for that. He's okay. He's got some management talent. His acumen's 4, which is not bad. Promising commander, confident defender, dauntless, night fighter, very good. Healthy, lazy, which that's a bit unfortunate. He bends the truth, which that's actually a good trait, right? And he's Númenorian, of course. Sure, yes. Any Númenorian that wants to date my daughter is more than welcome to. Okay, so we don't want to take Athalon as long as they don't have any extra territories, which they don't. We do want to keep giving donations to Gondor. Oh, we can actually now get trade rights and stuff like that because we have settlements. So we can actually try to become friends for now. I know some of you might be thinking, why are you befriending Gondor? It's all part of the ploy. It's all part of the plot, you know. Sometimes you just gotta make some plays and just pretend, bend the truth a little bit. Okie dokie. So they like us. We have trade rights now, which should give us actually a decent amount of economic bonus, especially once we take Goltofos, which we will do right now. Is there anything else I want to do? I think perhaps I want to send Nimruzimir, although he already gets free upkeep. So I think I'll just take like 4 random units and send them to that fort. I don't think he will attack me. It would be very foolish to do so. We just need to keep an eye on how many territories Dol Amroth has. I don't want to trigger that Doomstack just yet. We just can't deal with that. But as soon as we see an opportunity, as soon as we know they have plenty of regions, then we will go for it. Because they have Linhid over here, they have Terithoros. Sometimes they take Ostathil as well, but I can't. Sometimes you can check with like holding right mouse button. Doesn't seem to work here. So I'll actually send my spy to go check on that. If they hold Terithoros, or Ostathil, sorry. No wait, this one's Ostathil, right? I forgot. If they hold both Terithoros and Ostathil, then we can take Athalond. It's not the best city, but I've actually already built it up a fair bit, so that's pretty good. Okay, so we are building the sanctuary, we are building the conscription camp. Now let us take Gobel Torfolus. It's just Baragund and his 88 friends, seaboard spearmen, which our crossbows will just completely shred. I do believe this guy is a family member as well, but I'm not 100% sure of it. Either way, it's another custom general of Dol Amroth that we will slaughter. Okay, I'm not quite sure why my army decided to attack the desert. I think they're going a bit nuts, but the settlement is indeed right behind you. I'm not sure why they spawned over there, but as you can tell, they actually don't have a gate. Which is just, yeah, I'm not sure why I had to build a ram. I guess it's just hard-coded that if a settlement is a certain threshold, you need a ram or a ladder, but that was just pro forma and we didn't actually need it. So now we're just going to send in the lads, starting with Gimilkhad, I think? I still need some time to remember the names. Let's just pop him there, pop him there. Mostly want to use Gimilman. Let's just call them all Gimilman, except for Ar-Gimilkhad, who is of course Gimilchad, because he's a real Chad. Right, push onwards. And I will be happy to inform you that we can eventually recruit these units as well. The Seaboard Spearmen can indeed join us, become true Númenorians, and help us restore the glory of old Númenor, of course. So they will look very nice. Just imagine the way they look right now, but with black and red. Okay, he's already pushing for us, which is interesting. As soon as we're in range, we're gonna shoot the shit out of him. Soon. Hold. There we go. Archers, and then the halberdiers as well, if you just would be so kind to run in there. But let's try to get a couple volleys off before we pull back. They also have swords on their back, which might lead you to believe they're actually not bad in melee, but 9, 13, I mean 9 attack is pretty good, but 13 defense. Against those Seaward Spearmen, it's not as good as a crossbow bolt right in their chest, which is pretty devastating. Because they have a very high defense. 23 defense, that is super high, but we're just not allowing them any benefit from it. Okay. Run, 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 please. Run, run, run. Just a couple full point blank shots. Ah, come on, pull back. I can't click on the bridge. Oh, they're not going to listen, are they? Oh, this sucks. Pull back. What I want to do is move Gimilman around. You guys go in halberdier formation. And pop him like there. And then just pepper him in the rear. Just shoot bolts up their ass. And that's going to do so much damage. Just watch this unit disappear. It's kind of like a magic trick. So as soon as they decide to fire, which is now, load up. Brrrp. There we go. I'll just keep the number there, 55. They're gonna fire. You're gonna see that number disappear. Okay, maybe not. There we go, there we go. It was a little bit delayed. A little bit delayed. There we go, they are dropping very quickly now. And of course, the halberdiers being armor piercing as well does help out quite a bit. 38, let's see, give it a couple seconds. You can see them falling already. 27. Another volley. And of course, quicker reload animation means many volleys, very short time. 26, ready to fire. And I think that's pretty much them taken care of, so let's stop fighting now, because otherwise we're going to hit our own units. Just charge in melee then. Like I said, your attack is pretty good, so should be able to do a lot of damage. And that is, of course, the general. So yeah, you can't complain that I didn't do any siege battles in this episode, because here's one. Custom battle map and all. No OP ballista towers on this one, so that does help out. I'm not sure if we can rebuild Goboltopolis. I think if we upgrade it, it does change, but I'm not quite sure on that. We'll see though. 16 deaths for 89 kills. I'll take that any day of the week. 57 kills by the Baruthios watch. An amazing crossbow unit. And there we go, that will be the final episode. Not the final episode. It'll be the final battle of today's episode. So I'll see you back on the campaign map to round it all off. And there we have it. Goboltopolis is now ours. Boom. Let's occupy that shit. Yeah, and like I thought. I mean, 60% isn't horrible. It's not horrible, mind you. But it could be better. Oh, they have a Royal Swordsmith guild here. Nice. That's pretty good, actually. So what can we get here? So yeah, our Rohan units take 25%, except for... Oh, the Azrazir warriors, I think those are the ones with the axes. Let's see. Yeah. 767 AP. Not horrible. And they do frighten infantry as well. Might just have to get like 1 or 2 of those in each army just for the fright. That's actually a really useful perk. We'll see soon. 15%, we're nowhere close to that. So I think we'll start with the Dark Sanctuary there as well. I think... Yeah, there's a lot of devastation, and there's also some like unrest just because it's all, you know, new leadership, and they kind of need to adapt to the Númenorian rule. Don't worry, don't worry. It'll be alright. And you know what, let's rename Goboltopolis to New Númenor, because it is of course an island, so we're allowed to do that. And there we go, that was the first episode of our new Ar-Adûnâim campaign. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think we're off to a good start. I hope you guys like the way we're starting this with a Dol Amroth start. I think it's unique. I don't think anyone's ever done that on YouTube. I know, of course, you'd like to see a Skilliath start or a Administrative start, but it's also got to be, you know, possible to win. It's got to be difficult, but also possible to win. And I think this checks both boxes, because we got to play very well, mind you. If I, for example, I'm pretty sure if I didn't give Gondor money here and there, which we will keep doing, I already did it this turn, I'm 100% sure they would have already declared war on me. Like, and that would make things so much more difficult. So you really have to pay a lot of attention, make sure we don't screw anything up. I'll just park my fleet into Númenor for now. We cannot make any mistakes. Things like taking forts, for example, very important. We can maybe try to get a ceasefire with Dol Amroth, but first I want to know if they hold this region or not. That's kind of important for us. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the first episode. I am sorry that it came out a little bit later. I'm not also sure when the next episode will be out. It's becoming more and more difficult to bring out daily episodes, especially with the intros. A lot of cinematic work goes into it as well. Those things take time, and sometimes it's a lot of stress to get an episode out, you know, every day, but I'll try to get them out as often as I can. Anyway, with that said, hope you guys enjoyed it, hope you guys are excited for the rest of the campaign, and I do hope to catch you all very, very soon. Bye bye, lads.